Good morning. Well, we're here on the surface of the sun, or maybe we should just say on the Florida Trail. It's not really morning, it's afternoon, and we're out hiking here in Rice Creek Reserve. We're going to be spending the night at the Rice Creek Hilton, which is one of the few Florida Trail shelters. So anyway, we're going to get on the trail, do about 3 miles in, have a nice overnight, and do about 9 or 10 miles out to Buckman's Lock. So we're hiking today with Josh. What's up? And anyway, we'll take you along the trail with us. If I see anything cool along the way, I will let you know. Okay, so we just hiked about, I don't know, about a half mile in from the Rice Creek trailhead, and I forgot to take video. You guys have seen it before though at the Rice Creek kiosk where there's a trail log, so don't forget to sign in. And now we are heading into the woods, and yes, the mosquitoes are with us. So we just had right ahead of us a huge alligator that was up here on the trail, run down into the swamp. We'll see if we can see him. I doubt it. I mean, he hauled butt. He was right up here. Yeah. He took off down into the creek down there. I don't see him, but Josh was saying every time he comes here he sees an alligator. I'm like, oh, it's too hot, they probably won't be out. Well, I was wrong. You were right, brother. That was a big alligator, man.
He's decent size.
All right, so we made it here. I'm good. On the Oak Hammock Trail. We should be really close to the Rice Creek Hilton, or the Oak Hammock Campground as it's called on Far Out. And let me tell you folks, granted it's late afternoon, which is kind of not a great time to hike anyway, and we're carrying a lot because we knew we were going to do a short hike in, but this trail is no slouch. This is a tough trail. A lot of roots and not a lot of ups and downs, but it's pretty swampy, a lot of bugs and a lot of roots and stuff. So plan accordingly when you come out to this trail. Look at that. Whew, we made it. I don't know if you can see that on the screen, but that's the Rice Creek Hilton up ahead of us right there. Best thing about the Rice Creek Hilton, it's screened in. I haven't decided yet. We'll see the shape of the shelter before I decide if I'm going to put a tent up or not, but I think if the screen's in good shape, I might sleep in there. We'll see. But I'm definitely going there right now to get away from these mosquitoes. So here you go, give you another look, and we'll do a tour in a little while, but there you go, Rice Creek Hilton. Nice. All right, made it here to the Rice Creek Hilton. Back up. So this is the only 2-story shelter on the Florida Trail. Josh is braving his way up to the top. Oh boy, it's hot. Here's the inside of the bottom floor. Here's a picnic table. A bunch of goodies that people have left, some pots and pans.
This is not so bad.
Head on up. Well, look at this.
I mean, it's not so bad.
It's pretty nice. And they got some mats over here stacked up.
I mean, I would probably still set my tent up, but
Yep.
might try it.
But yeah.
Maybe it's because I don't have my
Pretty nice
glasses
up here. Anyway, we're gonna head back down. I'm gonna show you the rest of the camp. There's a pitcher pump around here somewhere. I'm not sure where. We'll go find it later, but a nice bench here, a nice fire ring, and we have a camp log. Oh, there's a pump over there. So we have a trail log here. We'll fill that out later. And then right over here, please work, please work, please work. It is hot and we need water. So this water is not potable. It must be filtered. Let's see what we got. Oh yeah, baby. I'm letting it run because some of the stuff on top is pretty yellow, but we've got water. That's a real lifesaver for our hike tomorrow because, boy, it was super hot hiking today. You can see, I don't know if you can tell, my shirt is completely soaked. So anyway, we're going to go ahead. I might check in a little bit later, but we're going to go ahead and get camp set up. And we will make dinner and all that stuff, and we'll check in later tonight. So what are you having to eat, man?
Beef stroganoff.
Let's see here.
Look at that consistency.
Look at this, beef stroganoff. I should have went with the stroganoff, man.
Good.
That's pretty legit.
Good.
Hey, enjoy your dinner. Okay, so that's about as thick as I'm going to get the beef stew tonight. So instead, I'm going to add some of these Ritz. These are toasted Ritz crackers. We'll put them in there and mix them all up, and it's going to be delicious. So time for dinner now. See you later. All right, we got our food hung up in the tree right here next to the shelter, and we decided tonight that because the shelter hasn't been used, it's primarily used in the winter, we're going to sleep in our tents. So here's our fire to keep the mosquitoes away. They haven't been too bad tonight, actually. The well water is pretty skunky and delicious, and obviously well water, sulfur water.
Flavorful.
Josh's tent, and here's my tent. There's the pump and beautiful woods around us. So anyway, folks, that's the end of day one. We will see you in the morning. Bye-bye. Good morning. Well, camp is packed up. We're going to say goodbye to the Rice Creek shelter. We got about 11 miles to go southbound to Buckman Lock. So anyway, we're going to get on the road now. We got a little bit of sulfur water with liquid IV in it. We got our whistle.
You got to test your safety equipment.
You got to test your safety equipment. Absolutely. And we're going to step off into the woods. But had a good night here in camp, and not too buggy. Pretty good, but time to sweat. Going down the trail that way. All right, we're probably about 2 miles from camp, and we have made it here to the famous Hoffman's Crossing, which is a boardwalk. Don't know how long it is, but really nice. Has a screen on it to keep it from getting slimy, and well, what happened here? So I guess we're pretty lucky that that there's no water, because did I mention most of the Florida Trail is not maintained in the summer? However, I do have to say this section is really nice, and as most of the Florida Trail. But, you know, who's going to come out in a million degrees and move that out of the way? So we'll just go around it. a big tree. I like big trees. So there's a lot of big trees out here in Rice Creek, but I figured I'd show you that one because we were close to it. Still cruising here on the wonderful Hoffman's Crossing, and man, if there was water, I would be like kissing this thing. It's awesome. Absolutely awesome. Thank you, trail maintainer. Okay, we're out here at Hoffman's Crossing, and this is the mosquito feeding station, where if you stop here and sit down, you can feed the mosquitoes. So, wow, what an impressive place. Really beautiful. Now I need to get past this tree. Look at you guys. It's bushwhacking time. These are blackberries, so those of you who don't know, they're like freaking razor sharp thorns on them that will attach to you. Ow. We're still on Hoffman's on Hoffman's Crossing. And unbelievable. Hey. Thanks for blazing the way, man. Oh, look, it's a murder vine too. Not just blackberries, we got murder vine also. Holy crap. All right, now I gotta put this down. Okay, we got a plank out here. We gotta cross, and I'm sure that's slippery.
All right,
so
doable, just take your time.
I'm gonna put this down. So we're coming up to State Road 20 here. We're gonna have to cross pretty major highway, but we've basically been on this Forest Road walk since leaving the Hoffman's Crossing area. So really didn't know there was this much road walk here, but I'm gonna guess we've been on it for about a mile, but we'll take a break up here at the road and then head on from there. About 4 miles in from camp right now. So we've been doing a little bushwhacking through here in this murder grass. I call it that because it trips you. Let's see, it's about waist high. And you don't know what's down below. But it's still just a beautiful day on the trail. Those are the power lines there. We're about 5 3/4 miles from Rice Creek Camp, and look at this. Bammo! Trail Angels, you're the best. Because we've been drinking some skanky water, so we took a little bit of your Trail Angel water. We appreciate it. And we're heading back that way. Got about, I don't know, about 6 miles to go. Just in case you didn't believe that we were hiking in Florida, and we are. We're hiking in Florida. Whoa, knee deep. Oh, my shoes are clean. There's the trail. Right over there is the blaze. Yep. We're back in Florida. All right, we're getting towards the end. Wow, look at this beautiful swamp. Unbelievable. It's an old road going through here. I don't know what it is, but yeah, some kind of old road. Which is what we're hiking on, and we are just surrounded by this amazing swamp. I mean, just beautiful. So yeah, you got to go through some water and hike on. These Cypress knees are just brutal to try and hike on because we're breaking our ankles. But where else are you going to see this? I mean, come on. It's pretty amazing. I think we got about a mile or two out to the road, so let's keep cruising. Okay, we're getting towards the end. It's time for today's rant. So today's rant, I hear from a lot of people out there, especially in the hiking world, Florida Trail is easy, it's all flat. And I think you guys have heard from enough of the thru hikers that have done it recently, Kelly Hayes and a couple of others. It's not. First of all, the beauty and diversity, as you saw in this video, is awesome. And it is hard, as you can see from the trail right here. I gotta say, this stretch between Rice Creek Trailhead and Buckman's Lock, yes, it's summer and yes, it's hot, but flat out trail hiking, this is the toughest piece of trail that I've done so far in Florida. Perhaps Osceola Forest, just because of the water, but it's just been really tough hiking. A lot of stumps and things in the road. So if someone tells you it's not worth coming down to the Florida Trail, I don't know if I want to hike it. I don't know if it's challenging enough. Tell them hogwash. It is challenging enough. It is beautiful. You will be hiking in water, but it's a fabulous trail maintained by fabulous people. So I really recommend it, and we'll wrap this little hike up in a few minutes. But I'll tell you what, it has been one tough day, and we'll check in with Mr. a little bit later, see what he has to say about it. Okay, Josh, aka Mr. What do you think of today's trail?
Dirty.
Dirty.
Dirty. The Florida Trail did us dirty.
It did us dirty. What was your favorite part?
Coffee this morning.
All right, folks, so that's gonna do it for today from where were we? Rice Creek. Yesterday we started up at Rice Creek Trailhead, stopped at the Rice Creek Hilton, and this morning got up and hiked southbound to Buckman's Lock, which is a mile ahead on a paved road. So we're just now coming out of the woods. As you saw, wow, what an amazing and exciting piece of the Florida Trail. And yeah, you know, you gotta embrace the suck some days, because the Florida Trail did us dirty today. It was tough, baby. You want to have some tough miles, come out here and do this section. But anyway, we hope you enjoyed our time on the trail today. If you did, hit like and subscribe, and if you remember, hit that little bell there, and you'll know whenever we post any more videos in the future. So until then, we will see you on the trails, everybody. Happy trails. Bye bye.